thing.
Like, oh, okay. In you see your camera, the little square? Oh no, sorry, my bad. On the very top, press View Options, and there should be an Annotate button. Scroll up to the very top, and
Mhm.
where it says View Options, and then Annotate.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me click on draw.
There we go.
Okay,
Yep.
so we do it like, oh wait, no, not like that. Hold on. We do it like this.
Yep. 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 Okay. Okay. What's the second step?
And then you have to do the opposite of whatever that is, which is to multiply.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So you have to cross that out and then do multiply, and then you have to do it on both sides.
Good. Yep.
You have to do 1.4 times 4.5, and that's where we use our calculator.
Okay, good. Good.
Can I
Okay.
get my calculator?
Yep. Okay.
Are you making the cookies or the cinnamon roll? Okay.
All right. So what are we doing? 1.4 times 4.15.
Yeah. Okay. So 1.4 times
4.15.
5.81.
Okay. So, okay. See how I wrote it right here? Is that the same thing as what you wrote?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So write the answer in the bot. You might have to press the little X, the red X first,
Okay.
and then type it in. Yep. Okay, good.
And
7
then
and 1 9 equals 3 3/4 plus P. All right, so how do we do that one?
hold on, I have to go to the annotate thing.
Yep. Use the eraser first.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so we have something like this. P plus 3 3/4 equals 7 and 1 9. So how do we do this one? A number plus 3 3/4 equals 7 and 1 9.
Yeah.
So how do we find that number? Let me give you a very simple example. So look at this. P plus 2 equals 5. How do we find what P is? We use the same idea
Yeah.
on
Um,
the harder question.
you're supposed to go like this and then
Okay.
subtract and
Okay,
then
good. Good. Yep.
subtracted.
Good. Yeah.
And
Does your
then
calculator let you enter one in
yeah,
1 9?
you have to do it right here.
Okay, yep, yep. You just gotta press the right button.
7 minus 3 3/4.
Yep,
That's 3 and 13/36.
yep, okay.
Okay.
Press the little red X and then enter it.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, you seems like you're pretty good at these ones, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just every week, the more you practice, the better you get.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, thanks. So, next.
All right. Similar question as the one before.
Mhm.
A number plus 5 2/7 is
Mm.
7 1/9. How do we do that?
Um, you have to subtract again.
Which numbers are we subtracting?
5 2/7 from 7 1/9.
Yep. So yep, 7 1/9 minus 5 2/7.
Mhm. I'm gonna draw it now. Hold on.
Good.
Okay. Wait, wait. Oh wait. Hold on. I'm gonna draw now.
Yep. Can you think of can you think of an example in real life where something is 5 2/7 or 7 1/9? Where in real life do we come across something like 5 2/7 or seven
Um,
and one nine?
when you're building something,
Okay, give me more. Explain it a little bit more.
like if you are building something and you need to figure out the calculations to like install something
Okay.
in
Yep.
the building.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sizes like of screws, sizes of nails, sizes of um, what do you call those things? Those little tools I use. They all come in different sizes.
Mm-hmm. Even bolts.
Bolts, nuts, nails, um, all that stuff. They all come in different sizes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an example right here. You know these fitted hats,
Mm-hmm.
baseball hats? They come in different sizes. So look, can you see that? Can you see the size right here? Right there?
Yeah.
What does it say?
7 7 1/8.
Yep. So these hats come in different sizes. Yep. That's how big my head is. 7 1/8.
Mm, okay, let me
All right. So what are you doing here? Sorry.
um 7 1/9
Yep.
subtracted. Um no, 5 2/7 subtracted from 7 1/9. Let me
Yep.
do it.
Which one is bigger, 7 1/9 or 5 2/7?
7 1/9.
Yep. So that one minus the other one.
Mm-hmm. Um um
So 7 1/9
um
minus 5 2/7.
it's a 152 63rds.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, try that.
Mm-hmm.
152/63.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one's a multiplication. That little dot means multiplication, right?
Uh-huh.
So what's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
Okay, so 1/3 times k equals 8. So you're gonna do something like this, like this. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So what numbers are we dividing here? What number divided by what other number?
1/3 divided by 8.
1/3 divided by 8. Okay, so you're gonna multiply
It's 1 and 1/24.
1 and 1/24. One
Mm-hmm.
and 1/24.
No,
Okay,
1/24.
Just 1 over 24, right?
Mhm.
Okay, 1 second here. 1 second, 1 second. All right, so let's check this again. So if we multiply both sides, we want to do the opposite, right? The opposite of multiplication is division. So we want to do it the other way, not this way. We want to do it like this, the other way. 8 divided by 1 over 3. That's the same thing as 8 times 3.
Yeah,
So what's 8 times 3 in your head?
24.
24. So put 24. The only thing you can mess up is which one you're adding, which one you're dividing, which one. Let me restate that. The only thing where you can mess up is which two numbers like which number you use first, which number you use second, right? The order matters is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
All right. Tori is filling. Can you read that? Tori is filling the pool.
Shown in the figure for her little brother. There's a pool.
Yeah, it's a little kiddie pool.
She can carry 2 1/8 gallons of water each trip. Write and solve an equation to figure out how many trips she needs to make.
Okay, yeah. Let t represent the number of trips. Write and solve an equation for t. Select the right one. Okay, so how many? Okay, so each trip she can carry 2 1/8 water.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so which one? All
I don't know.
right, scroll back up. Scroll back up to the top. Okay, so fun trips. Click that picture again. Does it tell you how much the? Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That's
right
right.
there. Holds 12.5 gallons.
Yeah.
Okay, so what numbers are we using?
2 1/8 and 12 1/2.
Okay, good. 2 1/8 and 12.5. We know 12.5 is bigger. So what
Mm-hmm.
numbers are we? What operation are we using?
Subtraction? No,
Uh,
no,
we,
no.
we could use subtraction, but it'll be a longer equation.
Um, um,
So remember this right here. Let t represent the number of trips.
yeah,
Every one trip is this much. So okay, so we're gonna use one trip, 2 1/8 times t equals what?
but we have to do 12 and a half, minus, I mean, 2 1/8 minus 12 1/2
Not minus, but
added,
not
multiplied,
adding. No, the last one.
divided,
Dividing. Why is it dividing?
because it's how many trips she can make.
And how much water does she make each trip? Does she carry each trip?
Um,
2 1/8.
yeah, 2 1/8.
Okay, so every trip she can carry 2 1/8. So look right here. 2 1/8 every trip, right,
Yeah,
would equal 12.5.
yeah.
So there's our equation. So what would t equal? T would equal what? How do we solve this for t?
Um,
Remember, this is multiplication here, right? This is multiplication. So do it like you're telling me a few minutes ago. What's the opposite of multiplication?
um, division.
Okay, so what should I write here? T equals what number divided by what other number? What number on top? What number on the bottom?
Um,
So look at this right here.
um, so it's 2 1/8 divided by 12 1/2.
The other way around, the other way.
12 and 1/2 divided by 2 and 1/8.
Yep, the bigger number divided by the smaller number. 2 and 1/8. So do that on your calculator.
5 and 5/17.
Okay, so scroll down. Let me undo that. Which, or actually, so which one?
D.
Well, let me undo what I wrote on the black. Which one is the same as what I wrote? Which one is the same as what I have in the box there? Or let me move it. Let me move it. Can I move it?
B.
Uh, hold on. Let me move it and then let me ask you again.
I think it's B.
It's not B. No.
C?
2 and no. Okay,
C?
just don't guess. Don't guess. Look, 2 and 1
Well,
8.
because you put 2 and 1/8 first.
Yeah, that's okay. So which one? So that's the
C?
original equation, and then t equals 12 and a half on top and 2 and 1/8 on the bottom. What was the answer?
C?
No, like what was t? What did you get when you divided it? 12 and a half divided by 2 and 1/8. 5 something?
5 and 5/17.
5 and 5/17. Okay, so look, here's the original equation, that one, and here's what t equals, that one. So which one does that match? Okay, so look at this one first. Which one does that match? A, B, C, D.
C?
C. Yep. Now just type in the 5 and 5/17.
That's not true.
Okay, let me see here. 2 and 1/8 times t equals 12 and a half. All right, let me make sure you divide that right.
It's on here. See, wait.
Let me pull up the calculator just to make sure. Okay, so 12 and a half is 12.5. 12.5 divided by 2.125. 588. What does it say? Actually, let me do it on the side here, just to be sure. 12 and a half, 12 and 1 over 2 times 8 over 17. 8 over 17. 16, 17, 17 over 8. Okay, so what is this? This is 25 over 2. 25 over 2 times 8 over 17. Let's see what that is.
Wait.
This is 4. This is 1. This is 100 over 17, which is, yeah, this.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, I'm trying to check I'm trying to check why C is wrong. Why is C wrong?
It is.
Well, remember it said one of the answers is wrong.
Yeah.
5 divided by 17. That part doesn't seem right. Yeah, that part's not right. It should be 17 times 5 is 85. That's 90. Yeah, this part's not right. Let me check that. 12 and a half divided by 2 and 1/8. This is 17 over 8. Now you flip that, it's 8 over 17. This is 25 over 2 times 8 over 17. That's one, that's two, 100. So 100 over 17 is the same as what? This is 5, this is 17. This should be 15, that's why, 15.
50?
Change, you forgot the one here. Put a one right there.
Oh,
15 over 17. Yeah, there you go. You forgot the one. Okay, so Tori needs how many trips?
oh, 15? I mean, no, no, no. No, she didn't. Wait, no. 5?
Five. It's between 5 and 6, right? It's closer to 6, but put in 5 and 5 7.
Pretty sure it's 5.
Oh, type a whole number. Yeah, type a whole.
Oh.
Okay. Actually, well, it can't be 5, right? It has to be more than 5, right? So put 6, put 6. Yep, 6. Because 5 and 7, 5 17 is closer to 6. There you go.
I know this one.
A fraction f multiplied by 8 equals 1 over 6. Write the
And then
equation to show the algebraic. So how do you know? Okay, so let me check. Fraction f multiplied by 8 is 1 over 6. Okay, yeah, that's right. Write an equation to show the algebraic sentence, then solve. Okay, so check that first one. Then they want you to solve. Okay, so if 8f equals 1 over 6, how do we solve for f? When you write it like this,
multiply 1/6 by 8.
multi uh, multiply by 1/6 by 8.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's not that one. What operation is this in between? When I write it like that, what operation is it? What operation is this right here? When I write it 8f, is it 8 plus f, 8 minus f, 8 times f, or 8 divided by f?
Times.
Okay, yeah, it's times. When I write it side by side like that, it's times. So what's opposite of times?
Multiplied by?
Well, times and multiplied by is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So what's the opposite of multiplication? Remember you telling me that to do the opposite? What's the opposite of multiplication?
Um, division.
Yeah, okay, so what numbers are we dividing then? Which number divided by which number? Is it 1 over 6 divided by 8, or is it 8 divided by 1 over 6? And why?
I think it's 8 divided by 1/6.
Why?
Because the bigger number goes first.
Not always. Not always.
I'm just gonna that would be 48, 8 divided by 1/6.
8 divided by, okay.
That'd
Okay.
be 48.
Okay, so it's 8, you're saying 8 divided by 1 over 6, right?
Yeah.
It's the other one. It's 1 over 6 divided by 8.
Okay.
So, okay, hold on. But let me show you why, though. Let me show you why.
That would be 1/48.
Okay, so what you want to do here is divide both sides by 8 to cancel the 8. The 8s will cancel. So what you're left with is this right here. 1 over 6 divided by 1 over 8. So that's the same thing as 1 over 6 times 8 over 1, which is what? What's 1 over 6 times 8 over 1?
148. 1/48.
Hold on a second. Let's check that. 1 over 6 divided by 8 over 1. All right, I messed this part up. Yeah, this should be 1 over 8. Yeah, would you say 1 over 48, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, put 1 over 48.
Put 1/48.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now it says explain how to solve it.
Okay. All right, so that's what we were doing here in a minute.
Pretty sure we multiply it.
Okay, all right, let's back up for a second. Okay, so what we had was 8f equals 1 over 6. Then what did we do again? Did we divide both sides by 8? That's what we did, right? We divided both sides by 8. So now f equals 1 over 6 divided by 1 over 8, which is the same thing as, I'm not sure if you learned this until grade 7 or 8. When we divide fractions like this, it's the same thing as changing this to multiplication and then flipping this second one. 1 over 6 times. Oh, I messed this part up. Hold on, I messed this up. This is a typo right here. Let me do that again. So this is 1 over 6 divided by 8 over 1. So when you get to think grade 7 or grade 8, they'll teach you, instead of the dividing here, change that to multiplication and then flip this second one. What's 8 over 1 flipped? Just make the top become the bottom and the bottom become
1 over 8.
1 over 8. Okay, what is that called? When we go from 8 over 1 to 1 over 8, what is that called? It starts with an R. Okay, so here's another example. 3 over 5. What's the reciprocal of 3 over 5? Just flip it.
5 over 3.
5 over 3, okay. Now, what's the reciprocal of 9 over 1?
1 over 9.
Okay, good. What's the reciprocal of this one? What's the reciprocal of 7?
8.
No. Remember, what number's on the bottom here?
Oh, 1.
Okay, so what's the reciprocal of 7 over 1?
1 over 7.
Okay, good. What's the reciprocal of 99? It's just like the 7. Remember, what number's on the bottom?
1 over 99.
The reciprocal of 99 is 1 over 99, okay?
Yeah, 1 over 99.
Okay, so what's the answer for that part? How do we go from
Multiply by the reciprocal of 8 or 1 over 8.
multiply?
This
Where's
one
A?
right here.
Is there A? Isn't it part A? There's no A?
There
Okay.
is.
Divide both sides by the reciprocal of 8 or 1 over 8. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 8 or negative 8. Divide both sides by the reciprocal of 8 or negative 8. What's D? Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 8 or 1 over 8. So what do we do? Look at this step right here. Look at this step right here. Which one what did we do there? We multiplied by?
1.
Look what I just circled. What did we multiply by?
8. 1 over 8.
1 over 8. Multiply both sides by 1 over 8. Last one.
Yeah. It says Yolanda needs to walk a total of 14 miles this week. So far, she has walked 2 3/4 miles. Use the equation 2 3/4 plus m equals 14 to find out how many more miles she needs to walk.
Okay, so we got to solve this for m. So look, what sign is this right here?
Addition.
What's the opposite of addition?
Subtraction.
So what two numbers are we subtracting?
We're subtracting 2 3/4 from 14.
There you go. There's your answer.
The other way around.
Remember, what's the total number?
Because if I do it the way I just did, I get a bunch of random numbers. So this way is 11 and 1/4.
Yeah. Well, how did you do it before though?
I did it 2 3/4 minus 14.
Okay, it's got to be the total number minus the other number.
Okay.
11 and 1/4.
Last question. Which is the solution to the equation shown?
Okay, look at this right here. What operation is this right here?
I don't know.
When it's written side by side like that, and there's no symbol between the two terms, what operation is it?
I don't know.
So look, if I write it like this, it's multiplication. If I write it like this, multiplication. If I write it like
Um,
7a, multiplication. So
so,
what operation here?
so is it 0.17 multiplied by 0.459?
No, just look on the left side. It's 0.17 times y. They didn't write the times. They just wrote 0.17y. When they read it like that, it's multiplication.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the opposite of multiplication?
Subtraction. I mean, no. I mean division. Sorry.
So what numbers are we dividing?
We're dividing 0.17 and 0.459.
Okay, look, 0.17 times y equals 0.459. Okay, what we have to do is divide both sides by, are we dividing both sides by this? Or are we dividing both sides by this?
We're dividing both sides by 0.17.
Yes. Okay, so 0.17, that'll cancel with that. And then we have to do the same thing on the other side, 0.17. So what are you going to put in your calculator?
0.17 divided by 0.45.
No, the other way around.
Okay. 0.459 divided by
Yep,
0.17.
yep.
No, the other way around because this way just gives me a bunch of random numbers.
Well,
You let me just
well,
try.
look at the answers though. Is look at the possible answers.
0.17 divided by 0.17 divided by.
Remember, 0.459 divided by 0.17. That's what you got to do.
It's not working either way.
It's got to work. It's got to work.
It's not.
What do you see on your calculator?
A bunch of random numbers.
Read them to me.
Okay, hold on. So which way did you say I would do it?
It's on the screen.
Okay, 0.459 divided by 0.17. Oh, it's 2.7.
Okay, scroll down. What's C and D there? So which one?
This one right here.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Why is it this way and not the other way? Why was it not this way?
E.
Why was it not this way? It was not this way, but it was
Because
this
then
way.
you really would have gotten a bunch of random numbers. And also because I don't think 0.17 can go into 0.459 evenly.
It doesn't go into it evenly. You'll get some decimal number, but I mean, either way you divide it, you'll still get some crazy decimal number. But this way,
Why do you get a decimal number?
because 0.17 does not go into 0.45 evenly, or 0.459 does not go into 0.17 evenly.
You would have to make a lot of space for 0.459 to go into 0.17.
Yes, so that means it's a very small number. Yep. But what I'm trying to say to you is it's this way because you'd have to divide by the coefficient. What do I mean by that? What's coefficient?
I don't know.
What does that mean? All right, I'll show it. I'll teach you that right now. Okay, so let me show you. I can teach you just by showing you examples. Okay, 5a, right? The coefficient is 5, okay? What's the coefficient on this one? What's the coefficient there? What's the number beside the variable? That's what it means. What's the number beside the variable on this one?
3.
Negative
Negative
3. Negative 3. What's the coefficient here?
9.
9. What's the coefficient here? What's the
Uh,
number beside the variable?
1/2.
1 over 2. Okay, what's the coefficient on this one? What's the coefficient there?
A negative 17.
Okay, so do you know what coefficient means now?
Yeah.
What does coefficient mean?
The number beside the variable.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Now I'm going to ask you a different question. So since you know what coefficient means now let me ask you this. I'll give you another simple problem. 5a equals 15. Okay, what's the coefficient on that equation? What's the coefficient on this?
Uh,
What's the number beside the variable?
5.
Okay. Okay, so this is how we solve for the variable. We find the coefficient, this, and we divide both sides by the coefficient. Get it?
Uh-huh.
How do I solve for the variable?
Divide both
Both sides
sides by the
by,
coefficient.
okay, so the coefficients will cancel there. So A equals 15 over 5, which is 3. Okay, let me give you another one. So how do you solve these? You
Divide
divide both sides?
both sides by the coefficient.
Divide both sides by the coefficient. Okay, another one. 7y equals 28. What does y equal? Y equals what? Follow the rule. Divide both sides by the coefficient. Cancel, cancel. Y equals 28 over 7 is how much?
I don't know.
4. Okay,
Ow, how'd you get that?
like right here. 28 divided by 7. I
Oh.
divided both sides by the coefficient.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we're just going to keep doing more and more until you remember, okay? Just
Okay.
more repetitions. Same idea, just different numbers. Okay, what's the coefficient here? Negative 3x. What's the coefficient there?
-3.
Okay, so if negative 3 equals 9, what does x equal? What's the rule? Follow the rule.
Divide both sides by the coefficient.
Okay,
So
so
divide 3 by 9.
3 by negative 9, yeah?
Oh
What's,
yeah, 3 by
what's 9 divided by negative 3?
9 by -3.
How much?
Um, it's divided by 3 by -9.
9 divided by negative 3 is how much?
Um, wait, where's the negative sign on this thing?
It should be, it's not the minus sign. You
Which,
should see a
wait,
button.
which one is it on here?
Uh, just move it down a little bit. All right, move it up a little bit. Move it up a little bit more. It should look like a button like this. Plus, slash, minus. You should look for a button that looks like that. See it?
I think. Oh, is this it?
No. Put the calculator back on the screen like that.
Oh, I found it. I found it. It's it was right here.
On the bottom? Yeah, there you go. So put in 9 divided by, then press that button, then 3. Or it might be the other way around.
9 divided by 9 divided by 3.
Negative.
Yeah, it's -3.
Negative 3. Okay. So going back to that number 8 question, it was like this. 0.17y equals 0.459. Okay, so how do we solve for y? We divide both sides by
Coefficient
what's the coefficient?
0.17.
That's why. Okay, so that's why it's 0.459 divided by, that's why this number's on top. So 0.459 divided by 0.17. That's why this number's on top, because the coefficient is on the bottom because we have to divide both sides by the coefficient.
Yeah.
It's not the other way around. It's not this way. Okay, that would be wrong. Okay. So make sure you remember which number is divided by which other number. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's try a few more questions. Let's press try again. We'll go another few minutes.
Oh, are you? Can we just review the questions? Like I can click on them and stuff.
Okay, go to okay, press view an example. Okay, do this one on your own. How do you do this one? Don't press next. Just try to
Oh,
do it on your own.
okay. Mhm.
Oh, scroll back up. Scroll back up. Okay, see this right here? Press X. Press X. Press view an example. Okay, this question right here. Try this one on your own. What does y equal? The question is y equals what? And I'll check it. What's the coefficient there? Actually, the coefficient is only when you multiply. This one's dividing by.
Um,
Tell me what y equals.
I know this.
It's just like the one underneath.
6.64.
Okay, so y over 4.15 equals 1.6. So y should be the same thing as 1.6 times, what did you say?
6.64.
Yeah, okay, scroll down, press continue, and it should be 6.64.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I think the question changes, though.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Probably. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it changed. Probably.
doesn't look like it changed. See, there's your 6.64. Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, continue. Yep, that one's good. Okay, go to next. Yep. Press view an example. All right, try this one right here. Try that. Oh, yeah, try. No, don't press continue.
Oh,
Try
okay.
this right here. Try example. View an example. All right, try that one there. No, don't press continue. Just try it. Just try this.
I don't really know how to because the
Okay, look here.
3
Look
and
here.
5/9 plus n is on the other side.
That's okay. Just switch it. 3,
Okay.
5/9 plus n equals 5 and 1/7. Same thing. You can switch the order.
Okay.
Now you know how to do it.
Uh-huh.
So what would n be?
Um, Let me see. Hold on. I have to do it on the calculator.
What numbers are you going to subtract? Is it
Um,
5 and 1/7
we're gonna
minus 3?
subtract 3 and 5/9 from 5 and 1/7.
Yep. Okay, go.
It's negative
No, you probably
137.
did. You probably did it the other way. Type
Oh,
in 5 and 1/7 first, minus 3 and 5/9. You did it the other way.
that's 1 and 37.63.
Yep. Okay, that makes more sense. Scroll down or press continue, and you should see that same answer. There you go. Right? Is that what you got?
Yep.
Okay. Next. Do an example.
Are we gonna be done after this?
Yeah, in about 15 minutes we'll be done.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
So press view an example and try that one.
mm,
All right, try this one here. S plus 3 and 5/9 equals 5 and 1/7. Is it going to be 5 and 1/7 minus 3 and 5/9, or is it going to be the other way? 3 and 5/9 minus 5 and 1/7. Which one? First one or second one? This one or this one?
The first one.
First one, yep.
I'm gonna do it now.
5 and 1/7 minus 3 and 5/9.
1 and 37/63.
All right. Press continue and you should see that answer. There you go. Right? Good.
Okay.
All right, press view an example. All right, 1/7 z equals 3. What's the coefficient here? What's the coefficient on this? What does coefficient mean again? The
Like
number
beside the
variable.
variable.
What's the number beside the variable?
1/7.
So what are you going to do with the coefficient? Divide both sides by the coefficient.
Yeah.
So is it 3 divided by 1/7, or is it 1/7 divided by 3?
1/7 divided by 3.
No, the other way.
3 divided by 1/7.
Yep. Remember, divide both sides by 1/7. That'll cancel with that.
21.
So this is your answer right here. So press continue, you should see 21.
Ooh, hold on. I think I pressed too fast.
Yep, there it was. It was 21. Okay, this word problem, all right, let's try this. View an example.
Okay.
Okay, so she can carry this much gallons of water each trip, and the total, press the icon, press this little button right here. How much does the total pool hold? 13 and a half. Okay, 13 and a half. Okay, so look, what's the equation then? What's the equation for us? Scroll back, no, don't press continue, scroll up. We use this, and we use 13 and a half. What's the equation of the problem? What goes here? What goes here? What's the total capacity of the pool?
Let me see. 13 and a half.
Okay, so where does the 13 and a half go? Does it go here or does it go here?
The first half.
What do you mean the first half? Does it go on the left or the right?
Oh, I mean the left.
It goes on the right because it has to be the answer. That has to be the answer, so it goes on the right. What goes over here on the left? This number right here?
2 and 5/8.
Okay, so 2 and 5/8 times t. What's the coefficient of t?
Um, 2 and 5/8.
What do we do with the 2 and 5/8?
We divide it.
What do we divide?
We're dividing it by 13 and a half.
Divide both sides by the coefficient.
Okay.
What's the coefficient? What's the coefficient again?
Hold on. I'm doing it.
2 and 5/8. Make sure you divide both
Oh,
sides by two and five
oh.
eighths.
2 and 5/8 divided by
No, no,
13.
no. The other way, the other way.
13 and 1, 2 divided by 2 and 5/8. 4/7.
Okay, press the continue. You should see 4%. Keep going. What did you say? You
Four
get that?
sevenths.
Is that what you got? 13 and a
I
half.
got 4/7.
You got 4/7?
Yeah.
It's 13 and a half divided by 2 and 5/8, right?
Yeah.
Did you enter that right on the calculator?
Yeah.
Then how'd you get, well, there's no whole number?
I don't know. I don't think so.
There's got to be a whole number. This is the same thing as, what's 2 times 13?
Um, um,
26.
wait,
And what's 26 plus 1?
it's 26.
Yeah,
27.
20. So we get this, the top is 27/2. And what's 2 times 8 plus 5?
Wait, 21.
21/8. Okay, so that's the same as that. Now we're gonna change it to a multiplication. 27/2 times, what's the reciprocal of this? What's the reciprocal of that? Flip it.
8/21.
Okay, so now we're gonna write here 8/21. Okay, so we can reduce this 1, 4. We can reduce this to 9. What was that 7, 7, and 9? So 9 times 4 is what? What's 9 times 4?
36.
And 7 times 1 is?
7.
Okay, so how many times does 7 go into 36? That's your whole number part.
Yeah.
That's 5. What's 5 times 7?
35.
Are you doing that on the calculator or are you doing it in your head?
I did the last one that you just asked in my head.
Okay. Okay, so if you're at 35, how many more to go to 36?
1.
So that's where this one comes from. So it's 5 and 1/7. That's how you should be getting that. Type that in your calculator again. 13 and 1/2. Do you see a button like this? Do you see a button like this? A, B over C. Do you see this button?
Yeah.
Press that button. Press that button first, then press 13, then press it again, then press 1/2.
That's not how this one works. You have to press 13 and then the AC button. ABC button.
Okay, yeah, okay. So if it's that order, press it like that.
Mhm.
And then same thing with this. With the 2/5, use that same button. Then you should go straight to the answer.
Okay.
Try it out. Try that button.
Um,
Let me see your calculator again.
all I put in was 13 and 1/2.
Okay, divided by. Now press divided by.
Mm-hmm.
And then enter the 2 and 5/8. Equals.
5 and 1 over 7.
There you go. So now you know how to use those buttons, okay? That's how you get this 5/7. How did you do it before?
Um, I don't know. I don't remember.
So if you get questions like this, just use that same button, okay?
Okay.
The mixed numbers button. Okay, all right, this one is what we just talked about, one like this. Okay, so solve this for me. 9x equals 45. What's x there?
Um,
What are you going to do to both sides?
hmm. Wait, where are you getting this?
I just made it up.
Oh.
9x
So
equals
what do you want
45.
me to put in?
Well, just think about what you got to do before you divide anything. What do you have to do? What are you going to do to both sides?
Um, gotta wait. What's the number thing?
9x. What's the operation right here? What mathematical
Oh, you have
operation?
to divide.
So what number are you dividing by?
Um,
What number are you dividing both sides by?
1/9, and 1/4.
No, it can't be two numbers. It's only one number.
Oh, 1/9.
It's not 1/9. What's the coefficient?
Oh,
9.
9.
So divide by both sides by 9. Don't forget, don't confuse coefficient and reciprocal. Those are two different things. This is coefficient. What's the reciprocal of 9? Flip it. What number is on the bottom here? 1. What's the reciprocal of this?
Um, let me
Flip it.
see.
Flip it.
Um, 1/9.
Okay, so don't confuse coefficient and reciprocal. Those are different. Okay. Now on this question here, we want to divide by the coefficient. Divide both sides by the coefficient.
Okay.
So what's the answer?
Wait, what do I do? What do I have to do?
Divide both sides by the coefficient.
So 8 divided by 1/6.
Oh, where are you getting that
I
from?
mean,
No, no,
8
no. Just look
multiplied
at
by
the,
one.
no, no, no. Don't look at that question. Look at the question I wrote on the top.
Um,
Look at that.
9 divided by 45.
Is it 9 divided by 45 or is it 45 divided by 9?
45
Why?
divided by 9.
Why?
Because the bigger number,
It's not always the biggest number. It
it's
depends on the
5.
coefficient.
Um,
What did you divide by? What number did you divide by?
45 divided by 9.
Why did you divide by 9?
I thought it was the bigger number.
Well, 9 is the smaller number, right?
Yeah.
It's not always going to be based on the size of the number. It's going to be based on the coefficient. You divide both sides by the coefficient. No matter if it's the bigger or smaller, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Okay? All right, one more. 6y equals 18. What's the coefficient?
6.
So what are you going to do with the 6?
Gotta divide it by 18.
Divided by 18 or divided by 6?
Divided by 18. Divide the 6 by 18.
Why are you using the 18?
I mean, because you're supposed to divide whatever the 6 is or whatever the number is on both sides.
No, you always divide by the coefficient. What's the coefficient?
6.
So what are you going to do to both sides?
Yeah, divide 6 by 18.
Divide 6 by 18 or divide 18 by 6?
Divide 18 by 6
Why are you dividing by 6?
because that's the coefficient.
That's why. That's why. So what I'm trying to teach you is you just got to remember which number goes on top, which number goes
It's
on the
3.
bottom. It's 3, yeah, but I just want you to understand the general idea. Yeah, on those type of algebra problems, you got to divide by the coefficient. It doesn't matter if it's bigger or smaller. You just got to divide by the number beside the variable. Okay? Gonna remember that next week?
Okay.
Just go on YouTube and then watch some videos on that stuff, okay?
Okay.
And remember what a rational number is. A rational number could just be written as a fraction.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got math tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. You should be good for tomorrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll talk to you next week. Okay. Just keep
Okay.
practicing. Just keep practicing a little bit on your own. Okay.
Bye.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.